Hello, my name is Kalina Ria Narwani, and I'm with Digital Harvest, where we believe in dignity, love, and healthy living for all. Before we dive into the presentation, here's an overview of what we will be discussing today. You'll get to know what Digital Harvest is, what inspired us to do the project, some insights from our usability testing that drove our design changes, a view of our hi-fi prototype, and then some summary based on what happened over this last part of the project. So, Digital Harvest offers a suite of food services to meet your family's budget by connecting you with local farmers markets, grocery stores, food pantries, and soup kitchens, all through an easy to use online delivery service. You can have food delivered directly to you or to one of our pickup locations. So, what exactly inspired us to do this project? Well, first, according to A Better Chicago, roughly 1 in 10 Chicagoans live below the poverty line. And for children, that number is even worse, as 1 in 4 live in these circumstances. And of course, with COVID-19 going on, the pandemic has added extra layers of difficulty as it may be harder for individuals who live in poverty to obtain food due to either living within a food desert, they may be balancing complex situations depending on family size, and or maybe having extreme difficulty getting around because of COVID-19 restrictions. And finally, one group member that we have has experience working on delivery applications, and all of the members on our team have been engaged in volunteering activities in some way, which includes at soup kitchens. For the usability testing phase of the project, we did use our mid-5 prototype, and we created a test plan around it that involved 4 tasks, which associated with major features that we plan to use in the app. For the usability test, we conducted a first click testing with 2 participants total and recorded the result. Users were encouraged to think out loud as they went through the tasks. Now, the results of this were that we discovered 8 usability issues, and because of those issues, we thought through processes of how to address them for our hi-fi prototype. So let's get into those design changes now. The first change that we made from the mid-5 prototype was to modify the call us button, as the users complained that the icon for the call option was difficult to identify as a button, so we replaced it with a more proper look. This also helped us to have more space on screen so that the icons are not too close together, as that was also another area of feedback that we received. Another change we made based on user feedback and also feedback from the professor was thinking about how to help individuals to have a donation option, as it was easy to envision that people would be interested in wanting to donate to help families in need. The reason why we didn't initially create this feature was because of the fact that our personas that we developed were really meant for the people who needed the service, not for those that were interested in donating, but we still did want to see what an iteration of a donation page would look like. Another limitation of our mid-5 prototype was that we did have a limited number of options that were shown during the task phases. So users were really interested in figuring out how to do more custom search when the initial results did not have the types of goods that they wanted. So based on that feedback, we did an iteration to see how that could be addressed in this hi-fi prototype. The final area of feedback that we received during mid-5 prototype testing was that individuals wanted the ability to leave custom messages about dietary restrictions like a wheat allergy, or being able to speak to the delivery drivers with specific instructions if something needed to be communicated to them. And so we took that feedback, and on this page you can see how that area now looks, where it's an open text and allows people to put in specific restrictions that they have or instructions. Let's take a look now at a high-level view of our hi-fi prototype. The following are a few highlights from what you can see on screen. For the top row, you will find our donation pages that we discussed earlier, as well as what the confirmation pages look like, and the code if you want to put the code into one of the kiosk locations. Note that that code does change every so often for security reasons. For the middle row, That shows the login page, how to find kiosks, and illustrates what the experience is like to place an order that will be picked up from one of those locations. And the bottom row shows what our registration page looks like and what the experience entails for placing a delivery order from one of the soup kitchens. Now, on almost every page, you will find the call for help button and the navigation menu. This is because we wanted users to be able to ask for help at any step of the process and to be able to navigate around the application as needed. We really wanted this to be easy for them to navigate so that the task that they were trying to achieve was the focus. Our team greatly enjoyed doing this project and found the feedback from the usability testing immensely helpful and informative. We really appreciated the insights that our testers gave us as it helped bring our hi-fi prototype to fruition. And we also received confirmation from both testers that the whole design was pretty easy to follow, which was confirmation that we were living up to our goals of keeping the design simple to adhere to different technology comfort. And also, we had to think through some trade-offs. So for our branding colors, we wanted them to reflect natural colors found in nature. And unfortunately, with those reds and greens and yellows and orange, they aren't exactly colorblind friendly or color deficiency friendly. Now, thinking through that, ways that we can help those that meet that criteria are to build in toggle buttons which can change the theme to make it more colorblind friendly. And we also will continue to use brightness and contrast, like the lightness of the blue versus the darkness of the red, and other emphasis approaches to help users receive cues to assist with navigation and context. Thank you.